Since binding with the system to become a taskmaster, Qin Mingyue has been determined to be a diligent worker. Who would have thought that the rewards given by the main god system were so delicious? But Qin Mingyue's melon system unexpectedly lost control of the main god system during a mission. Lian. Got it. From then on, Qin Mingyue lived a miserable life of unpaid work. When will this day come to an end? Destruction, the world of dog blood novels. Haha, let's destroy together. Is it true that the love between the broken rose and the cold-blooded boss, who were framed by the male lead by Yueguang and personally imprisoned by the male lead, is it? Is it true that the tragic female lead and intellectually disabled CEO, who were diagnosed with kidney, liver, and uterus, have a happy ending? Is the love story between the CEO who cheated during marriage and the petite wife who runs with a ball? Give it all to me, Ga. Do you want me to be their supporting actress? Impossible. Destroy it, destroy the love story of Songguan. Hahaha, let's all be destroyed. System. Today is another day of concern about the host's mental state. Keywords of the novel. Quick wearing girl comes to collapse the plot again without a pop-up window. Quick wearing girl comes to collapse the plot again. Download the complete TXT episode. Quick wearing girl comes to collapse the plot again. Latest chapter reading. On the nth day of the disconnection between Chapter 1 and the main divine system. You are listening at novel full.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 2. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 1. You are listening at novel full.audio. Chapter 2. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 1. Qin Mingyue was sorting out the plot while also considering how to deal with the mess left by the original owner. The original protagonist was a college classmate of the female protagonist. After graduation, she came to work at the Golden Emperor, the nightclub where the original protagonist and the female protagonist worked, with a dream that was favored by wealthy people. In terms of personality and character, she was just a small watch that she liked, acted like, and used to provoke hatred. Since recognizing that Meng Wanshi, the most dazzling member of a university, had fallen to become a princess in the Qin dynasty, her sense of superiority, which she didn't know where to come from, immediately swelled up. She caused trouble with the female lead Meng Wanshi everywhere, and in the end, she couldn't even bear to watch the Qin dynasty's top sister, Yu Jie. This was the scene where Qin Mingyue had just arrived. It's been a long time since I've played such a disgusting character, gone. Moreover, Sister Yu has clearly stated that she will not provide any shelter for Qin Mingyue. This means that although Sister Yu will not cause trouble for Qin Mingyue, if someone causes trouble for Qin Mingyue, Sister Yu will not intervene. At this moment, Qin Mingyue was in a very bad mood. Although her whole body was filled with the words, "Do not approach strangers," there were still people who didn't have long eyes who leaned in. Qin Mingyue, wine is served in private room 3087. The person who came is called Li Feifei, a cannon fodder who received a boxed meal before the original owner. How did Li Feifei die? It seems like I flattered my horse's hooves and went offline in a hurry. Okay. Qin Mingyue smiled and took the wine from Li Feifei's hand, walking towards room 3087. According to the plot, the original protagonist was forced to fall into depravity by a guest at 3087, but since Qin Mingyue has decided to let go of her tricks in this world, she naturally won't follow the original protagonist's plot. However, Qin Mingyue needs an opportunity, a reasonable opportunity to engage with the villains. The antagonist in this novel is called Qizheng, and there is not much description of him in the novel, only mentioning that he is a big shot like the male lead. However, in Qin Mingyue's view, this person seems to be a tool person used to promote the relationship between the male and female protagonists. What? Is there no more conflict between the male and female protagonists? Go to Qizheng. What? Can't the plot continue? Go to Qizheng. What? Has the male lead yet to recognize his inner self? Go to Qizheng. Poor villain, even to the end of receiving the boxed lunch, is contributing to the perfect relationship between the male and female leads. But now, Qin Mingyue has decided to help the villain achieve the great goal of defeating the male lead, first of all, to leave a deep impression on the villain. Qin Mingyue, holding a wine tray, knocked on the door and walked into private room 3087 with a smile on her face. As soon as she entered the door, Qin Mingyue saw a bald man with a fat head, big ears, and a shiny face among a group of colorful women. The man's eyes straightened when he saw Qin Mingyue, and his sticky gaze scanned her up and down. This is not because Qin Mingyue's face is so stunning now. After all, Jin Huang is the largest nightclub in City A, and naturally there is no shortage of beautiful women. But Qin Mingyue's face was overly pure, and at first glance, she saw the truth as a small white flower that appeared unstained from the mud. It can be said that this face is the only thing that satisfies Qin Mingyue about the original owner. Such a pure face is perfect for doing bad things. You are Qin Mingyue. Since Qin Mingyue entered the door, the man's gaze has never fallen on her. Are you Mr. Wang? I've heard so much about you, Qin Mingyue responded with a smile as she arranged the items she had sent. Hey, don't leave yet. Mr. Wang stopped Qin Mingyue, who was about to leave, and waved to signal the others to go out. Soon, only he and Qin Mingyue were left in the entire private room. I heard you graduated from a university, but it seems that your family background is not very good. Yeah, I didn't expect Mr. Wang to know even these things. Qin Mingyue seemed to not understand Mr. Wang's suggestion and still said naively. I feel sorry for your family's proximity. Why don't you follow me in the future and don't have to serve dishes in such a place? Mr. Wang said as he was about to go and grab Qin Mingyue's hand. Qin Mingyue saw this and dodged without a trace. Her jade hand picked up an unopened bottle of wine on the table and said, Remember, but Mr. Wang, you moved your hand first. Ah! A scream rang out, followed by a vicious and dirty curse. Bitch! Smash the stinky watch. Then came Qin Mingyue, whose eyes were red and clearly bullied. Seize her. I'm going to find someone to take care of her. Mr. Wang, whose head was covered in blood, chased after him with his security guards. Fortunately, this bald dwarf winter melon initially wanted a good thing and kicked out all of its security guards. It was only then that Qin Mingyue opened the ladles for this dwarf winter melon and ran out before they could recover their spirits. Qin Mingyue shook off the high heels she had spent several months of salary on and ran towards the target with full firepower. Thoughtful Qin Xiaoye was afraid of being lost by someone surnamed Wang, so she ran and shouted, Help, causing customers and staff in the corridor to give way. In room 3001, Meng Wanxi, dressed in a white dress, was now covered in alcohol stains and forced to lie on the ground and bark at school. At the forefront of Meng Wanxi sat the most esteemed man in the entire city of A. Gu Changzhou. The white dress fabric on Meng Wanxi's body is relatively thick and won't fade away due to being stained with alcohol. However, despite this, Meng Wanxi still has a shame of being stripped naked. She wanted to die, but she also knew that her death would not change anyone's opinion, and the towering man in front of her would only think that she was afraid of committing suicide. And even now, Meng Wanxi still has a ridiculous expectation in her heart. She looks forward to the day when the truth emerges, the man's regretful expression, and Gu Changzhou falling in love with her, shout, Why don't you keep barking? Shouldn't a mother dog bark? A dull-faced young man with red hair and casual clothes pulled out a stack of money and smashed it on Meng Wanxi's face. Is that all? There's still someone asking you to accompany. Disgusting. Meng Wanxi seemed numb to the insult of that red-haired nobleman. As for Gu Changzhou, watching Meng Wanxi being humiliated, a hint of enjoyment appeared on her indifferent face. Just as Meng Wanxi was trembling up, a figure broke through the door. Help! Qin Mingyue hugged Meng Wanxi as soon as she entered the door and said to the others in the private room, Help me. Someone wants to kill me. Cut, said Little Red Hair, who had previously humiliated Meng Wanshi. I've seen women like you many times. Do you think this way can attract the attention of those present? The other big shots present didn't speak, but there was a hint of mockery in their eyes as they looked at Qin Mingyue. It was obvious that they also thought the same way. Just then, a chubby bald figure rushed in with several big men. Shao ***, today I'll find someone to * you and let you know. Mr. Wang's foul language became weaker as he spoke, because he realized that the people sitting in front of him seemed to be people he couldn't afford. End of this chapter. Chapter 3. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 2. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 4. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 3. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 4 Wake Up, Movie Queen, 3, Ding, scanning in progress, please wait for the host. Ding, scan completed, no abnormal soul fluctuations, unable to confirm if there is any external soul interference. Qin Mingyue. I knew this melon system was just a waste. The mysterious soul fragments mentioned by Qin Mingyue began to appear after she lost contact with the main divine system. Qin Mingyue was also unable to determine whether the other party was a man or a woman, because the possession objects of that mysterious person were too random. There were both men and women, and they could even be newborn children or elderly people in their twilight years. However, those who are possessed by fragments of mysterious human souls have one thing in common, which is that their behavior and personality traits will gradually deviate from their original persona. And the soul fragments of this mysterious person are not found in every world. Qin Mingyue has gone through 33 worlds since losing contact with the main god system, but has only encountered them 9 times. Moreover, every time the mission ends, the melon system can always collect the soul fragments of that guy. According to the Gua system, this mysterious person may be an important condition for them to connect with the main divine system, so Qin Mingyue is still very active in picking up the other party's soul fragments. I can help you swallow up Gu Changzhou's company, but I want your company's shares, and at the same time, you need to provide us with shelter before Gu Changzhou completely collapses. At this moment, Qin Mingyue's words were like a 3-year-old child claiming to know how to play Italian cannons. Not only did Qi Zheng not believe it, but Meng Wanshi also did not believe it. Looking at Qi Zheng, who chuckled and turned away, Qin Mingyue said again, I know this sounds hard to convince, but can you let the car drive to my rental house first? I need to take my computer. Sure, Qi Zheng agreed. Next, there was a long silence in the car, and all 3 of them sitting side by side could hear each other's breathing clearly. And Meng Wanshi surprisingly fell asleep in such an atmosphere. Meng Wanshi's head unconsciously rested on Qin Mingyue's shoulder in her sleep. Qin Mingyue's body stiffened, and when she saw Meng Wanshi, who had already fallen asleep, her expression was unnatural. She pulled off the suit jacket that covered her legs and draped it over her body. On the other hand, Gu Changzhou, who discovered that Meng Wanshi was missing, smashed one cup after another, while the group he had originally called to humiliate Meng Wanshi had already been frightened and silenced. Check it out for me. All the surveillance footage inside and outside the Golden Emperor, I want to see who is so bold and dares to take me away under my nose. At this moment, Gu Changzhou had not yet realized that Meng Wanshi had become his own person in his mouth. Yes, sister, you replied, and then left as if fleeing. Yu Jia is under the command of Gu Changzhou, and Jin Huang is also under Gu Changzhou. It can be said that in City A, most of the assets that can make a name for themselves are Gu Changzhou's assets, which is also Gu Changzhou's confidence in freely influencing the fate of others. After taking another flight, Qin Mingyue and the others finally arrived at Qi Zheng's estate. However, Qi Zheng's gaze at Qin Mingyue and Meng Wanshi became increasingly strange. Meng Wanshi slept all the way, never waking up since she fell asleep in the car. It was Qin Mingyue who carried her onto the plane and then off the plane. To be honest, Qi Zheng has never encountered someone with such good sleep quality in a long time. What Qi Zheng didn't know was that Meng Wanqi's sleep quality was not only poor, but also severe neurasthenia. The torture in prison made her see those ugly faces as soon as she closed her eyes. Those who bullied her, humiliated her, and laid stones in the well. Every faint sound would wake her up. But today, for some reason, Qin Mingyue has changed. She has a fragrance that Meng Wanqi had never smelled before, which makes her sleep exceptionally peaceful. In her sleep, she falls into a slightly thin but very warm embrace, so warm Meng Wanqi was settled in a guest room, while Qin Mingyue showed him his chips in Qi Zheng's study. In fact, it is just some software data that Qin Mingyue has saved in other worlds. The world in which Qin Mingyue is currently located is still relatively underdeveloped in various aspects. Live streaming in this world has just emerged, and major short video platforms have not yet emerged. Even when people buy things, they pay in cash, and there is no such thing as mobile payment. Qi Zheng has many registered companies under his command, covering a wide range of fields, including entertainment media, software design, and more. I believe he will be interested in the software and its operating models that have already become popular in other worlds. As expected, Qi Zheng's face changed after seeing some of the data displayed to him by Qin Mingyue. Where did you get these things from? Qin Mingyue listened and said with a smile, since the eggs have already been placed in front of General Qi, why do you have to see that laying hen? Qi Zheng, rest assured that since I have already placed these things in front of you, I can guarantee that they will not cause any extra trouble to General Qi. As for how to use them, it depends on General Qi. After listening to Qin Mingyue's words, Qi Zheng no longer asked further questions, but smiled and asked, since that's the case, let's talk about your conditions. I hold 10% of Qi's shares. Sure. Qi Zheng's decision surprised Qin Mingyue a bit. Although 10% of them didn't seem to have a lot, it was Qi Shi, which can be said to be the root of all the companies in Qi Zheng's hands. 10% can be said to be a confident lion speaking up. Qin Mingyue. I was hasty. I thought the other party would negotiate the price, but how could I propose the next terms, that? Qin Mingyue thought for a moment, but still insisted, do you think the girl I brought over doesn't look like your long-lost sister? Meng Wanqi loves filming, and if it weren't for the sudden imprisonment that ruined her career, she would be the most dazzling long-term star in the entire entertainment industry. The simplest and most brutal way for Qin Mingyue to clear her mind about this relationship is to let her pursue a career. The entertainment industry will not tolerate an actor who buys and kills, so Qin Mingyue wants to find a new identity for Meng Wanqi, a sufficiently hardcore identity. But Qi Zheng was amused by Qin Mingyue's words. Do you mean that the Qi family will have another new lowly seed? Qi Zheng is the illegitimate child of the Qi family, and this is not a secret. If it weren't for the young master of the Qi family who killed himself, and the excessive indulgence of Qi Zheng's father who dragged down his body, it wouldn't have been Qi Zheng's turn to inherit the Qi family. In the years when Qi Zheng first returned to the Qi family, the outside media often attacked him as an illegitimate child, using countless words similar to sluts and hybrids. Until Qi Zheng's wings were full and he became a big shot that could intimidate one side, those voices gradually subsided. Qi Zheng is an illegitimate child, so his long-lost sister is naturally also an illegitimate child. You can't say that, Qin Mingyue patted Qi Zheng's shoulder. Now the Qi family is you, and you are the only legitimate one. Of course, the legitimate sister is also legitimate, and only others are heretics. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 4. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5 Wake Up, Movie Queen, 4, Plastic Surgery. I don't want it. Meng Wanqi said, trying to push Qin Mingyue away, but not wanting to be grabbed by her arm. Isn't Miss Meng's dream to become an actress? Although she had to choose finance due to family reasons, didn't she still firmly enter the entertainment industry in the end? Qin Mingyue wrapped her arm around Meng Wanqi's shoulder from behind, forcing her to look at herself in the mirror. What is Miss Meng resisting? Is it her own broken emotions or her lost glory? Qin Mingyue stood behind Meng Wanqi, and both of them were looking at each other through the mirror in front of them. At this moment, Qin Mingyue was dressed in a black long dress, with a smile on her eyebrows and eyes, like a demon that bewitched people. Meng Wanqi was dressed in a white nightgown, her eyes filled with fear and hesitation. Qin Mingyue caressed the scar on Meng Wanqi's face and whispered in her ear, "What's the use of having such a scar? Isn't it good to start over with a different face? I can give you a new identity, I can clear your name, and I can make Gu Changzhou double the damage he once did to you. Isn't that good? Let Gu Changzhou double the damage he has done to me. Is it possible? That's Gu Changzhou, who can easily influence the fate of others with just one word. No. Meng Wanqi struggled to shake her head, I've had enough of life in prison. Please don't force me anymore. You can't compete with Gu Changzhou, neither of us can. Meng Wanqi collapsed and crouched down to cover her face, crying. Looking at the scene before her, Qin Mingyue couldn't help but frown. Is this female lead's personality too awkward? Is this really the most dazzling woman in City A? Please do not attempt to change the ending, especially the protagonist's fate trajectory. What if I refuse? I understand the host's restless state of mind, but please do not force the ending of the story to change based on your own preferences. So, what can you do to me? Shock me like before? No, but the host's behavior has seriously violated the fast wearer code. If discovered by the main divine system. Shut up, Gua system. We can't even find our home anymore, and we're afraid that the main god system might discover a ghost. I have never thought of forcibly changing the ending. If the female lead is not enlightened by herself, I can certainly let her go back and have a happy ending with Gu Changzhou. But if the female protagonist wakes up on her own, then that inhumane and lawless dog male protagonist will have to pay the price he deserves. This. Host cheers. Great, the melon system has gone dead again. Have you cried enough? Qin Mingyue crouched down and happened to meet Meng Wanqi, who looked up. The man who brought us back yesterday is called Qi Zheng. Perhaps you have heard of his name. Meng Wanqi has certainly heard of this name, Qi Zheng, the only existence in the entire Z country that can be compared to Gu Changzhou. You may not believe me, but you can try to believe in Qi Zheng. We have the power to confront Gu Changzhou. So tell me now, do you hate me? Qin Mingyue asked, staring into Meng Wanqi's eyes. Hate it? Of course I hate it. The disaster of imprisonment for no reason, just because of that man's words. But she also loves it. How could the feelings buried 20 years ago be so easily erased? Love is a very important part of life, but it is definitely not the whole of life. Meng Wanqi, wrong love should be stopped from the cliff, Qin Mingyue said as she stood up. If it doesn't make sense, Qin Mingyue doesn't plan to persuade anymore. After all, she was meddling in her own business from the beginning because she had a face that looked very similar to that person. Originally, Qin Mingyue only wanted to offer Meng Wanqi as a mascot, but as a result, she didn't know what to do. After listening to Qin Mingyue's words, Meng Wanqi fell silent for a moment and asked, "Are you really Qin Mingyue?" Of course. Qin Mingyue, a fast-wearing person from another world. Think about it yourself, I hope to hear your reply tomorrow, Qin Mingyue said again. As soon as Qin Mingyue left Meng Wanqi's room, Gua system couldn't help but ask. Why is the host so persistent about Meng Wanqi's affairs? It's not like the host style, don't you think Meng Wanqi looks very much like her? Who, Miss Miao? That woman. That woman can be said to be the lifelong pain of the melon system, and if it weren't for that woman, the melon system wouldn't have lost its number. It should have been called 8407, it's all that woman's fault. Every beginner in the quick wear task will have a mentor, and Qin Mingyue's mentor is that Miao Miao, a completely crazy woman. However, where is Meng Wanshi like a seedling? Miao Miao is much more beautiful than that romantic female lead. But the melon system dare not say this, because it is afraid of making Qin Mingyue unhappy. The seedlings have already died, and even the main god system cannot save them. Upon careful consideration, it is normal for Qin Mingyue to miss others too much and mistakenly see Meng Wanshi as a seedling. Gua systematically comforted herself. The current melon system is no longer protected by the main god system, so I dare not argue against Qin Mingyue. Back in the day, he was a melon child. Ah bah. It's 8407, and it's also a presence that can shock the host. After Qin Mingyue left, Meng Wanshi locked herself in the darkness. In fact, Meng Wanshi has always been afraid of the dark, but at critical moments, only darkness can calm her down. I don't know why, every time Qin Mingyue said she wanted to help herself seek revenge, Meng Wanshi's heart would always have a slight desire, but that desire would soon be suppressed by another voice. That voice told Meng Wanshi that she wanted to return to Gu Changzhou's side, prove her innocence with her actions, and make Gu Changzhou change her mind. Ah! Shut up! Meng Wanshi screamed, punching the wall and finally calming down the sound of bleeding. Curious, why do I feel like I'm being manipulated? Which one on earth is my true idea? Meng Wanshi wrapped herself in a blanket and sobbed helplessly. It's the world will of this world, said Qin Mingyue, who was following Meng Wanshi's situation from the Gua system. Meng Wanshi has already sensed the world will. The female protagonist has sensed the will of the world, indicating that she wants to generate her own will and is no longer controlled by the plot in the book. Host, you have caused a big disaster in Qin Mingyue's mind. There was a scream of the groundhog in the melon system. I know, it's worth celebrating, Qin Mingyue said as she shook her glass. It seems that my eloquence has not been in vain. I would say that a normal person cannot have such a romantic brain. It is all the will of the world that is causing it. Great, we can prepare the packaging plan for the future movie Queen now, Qin Mingyue thought happily. Well, the first step is plastic surgery. Although Meng Wanshi's original face was impeccable, since she wanted to change her identity in debut, she naturally had to change her face. Although Qin Mingyue originally wanted Meng Wanshi to touch the porcelain after Meng Ying, it was not too obvious to touch the porcelain, was it? Meng Wanshi. Great, I'm going to start hitting myself. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 5. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6 Wake Up, Movie Queen, 5, Who is this? Qi Zheng, who came to deliver the contract to Qin Mingyue, saw a stack of photos in front of her at first glance. These photos were finally obtained by Qin Mingyue. Since Meng Wanshi was banned for offending Gu Changzhou, everything about her has completely disappeared from the internet, except for countless insults. Why, Mr. Qi doesn't even know his own sister. Because Meng Wanshi found Qin Mingyue yesterday and expressed her desire to return to the entertainment industry, Qin Mingyue was in a good mood. In addition, she had a good impression of Qi Zheng in the past few days, so she also joked with him. Meng Wanshi. Qi Zheng suddenly remembered that this was Meng Wanshi, the once famous first Shadow Queen of Z country, who was the same person as the woman who lived in his house and was afraid of her hands and feet. That's right, Meng Wanshi won the Best Actress award at the age of 20. Although she is not the youngest Best Actress in history, she is the most popular and powerful Best Actress of Qin Mingyue. Qi Zheng didn't speak anymore. He wasn't very interested in Meng Wanshi. Compared to this sister, who was forced on him by others, Qi Zheng was more concerned about when he could trample on Gu Changzhou. Qin Mingyue took over the contract handed over by Qi Zheng, which was nothing more than about the transfer of shares and the software she provided to Qi Zheng. Originally, it was a satisfactory transaction for both parties. After confirming that the contract was in order, Qin Mingyue signed her own name. After Qi Zheng left, Qin Mingyue began to design the image of Meng Wanqi, and this is the emergence of the melon system. Is the host painting the appearance of Meng Wanqi after plastic surgery? I thought. Why? Qin Mingyue asked, but the melon system dared not say that it actually thought Qin Mingyue would make Meng Wanqi look like a seedling. At the beginning, the Guo family did not think that Meng Wanqi and Miao Miao were very similar. It was not until they looked at her previous photos that they realized that two people from different time and space had such similar faces. These two figures are not exactly the same. Meng Wanqi, who was in the post-movie period, was the type of girl with a bright appearance and a full aura as a queen. As for Miao Miao, it can be said that Tian Shan Tong Lao, although she has an indelible baby fat on her face, is a ruthless person. The melon system still cannot forget how Miao Miao gradually cultivated a little girl who cried and encountering problems into the current Qin Mingyue. Qin Mingyue ignored the melon system that no longer spoke, but diligently completed the painting in her hand. The person in the painting is 7 points similar to Meng Wanqi in the past, but there is also a bit of heroism between the eyebrows, which leans more towards a neutral style. Of course, Qin Mingyue knows what the Guo system is thinking, but Qin Mingyue herself is the most disgusting of those guys who like to play stunts. How could she become such a person? Miao Miao was an irreplaceable presence for Qin Mingyue, and they were both teachers and friends. It can be said that without Miao Miao, there would be no Qin Mingyue today. Meng Wanqi's face, which looked like a seedling, did make Qin Mingyue feel much closer, but it was just that. As for why she wanted to help her to this extent, it was probably to pass the boring time. The image designed by Qin Mingyue for Meng Wanqi was carefully considered and agreed upon by Meng Wanqi herself. Since you want to return to the entertainment industry, you can't face the same face as before. If they have a face that is 3 times the same as the black material actress, then they hardly need any marketing to make Meng Wanqi red. Of course, it's black red. However, if they are exactly the same, even if Qi Zheng's fake identity for Meng Wanqi is perfect, netizens will inevitably shift their anger towards Meng Wanqi to Qiyu. That's right, Meng Wanqi has a new identity, and Qi Zheng's younger sister Qiyu is in exile. Although Meng Wanqi's face has only moved 3 points compared to before, the future drama path is not so narrow. Previously, Meng Wanqi went to film, but now Meng Wanqi is going to gain fans. Only with sufficient fan base can Meng Wanqi prove her innocence in the future and give Gu Changzhou a heavy blow. Don't underestimate the onlookers. The pressure of public opinion can evaporate the market value of a powerful company overnight. Besides, being neutral is good. Isn't it true that audiences who are used to the aesthetic of white, young, and thin lack this kind of hard tea sister? What? Male fans. Sorry, I haven't considered it yet. As for the theatrical performance, there's no need to worry at all. Qi Zheng's entertainment company is not just a decoration, just design a few scripts specifically to praise her. The agreed surgery time is coming soon, and Qin Mingyue is sitting outside the operating room waiting for Meng Wanqi to come out. As for Qi Zheng, thanks to the receipt code support provided by Qin Mingyue, a company under Qi Group recently launched a short video software called EP1-10. Qi Zheng's company already operates a very popular live streaming software, and naturally has signed contracts with many internet celebrities. In order to support the newly launched EP1-10, a large number of internet celebrities flooded into that short video software, quickly sparking a wave of short video shooting, causing varying impacts on various industries. And now Qi Zhengzheng, who is in power, is causing trouble for Gu Changzhou. And Qin Mingyue was also so happy. After all, only when Gu Changzhou was restrained, could Qiyu come out with peace of mind. The door to the operating room opened, and the doctors pushed Meng Wanqi out under anesthesia. They are all renowned experts in the field of plastic surgery brought in by Qi Zheng. The benefits Qi Zheng provided made them tempted, but the cost of failure was also unbearable, so they were all anxious about the entire surgery. Plastic surgery is different from others. It can be said that these plastic surgeons can't sleep well until the gauze is removed. Miss Chi's plastic surgery process is very smooth, but the scar on her face is difficult to remove, and I'm afraid that it will be covered up with foundation make-up in the future, said one of the doctors. I know. The scar was too deep, and Qin Mingyue didn't expect to completely remove it from the beginning. Now it's time to take off the gauze. Qin Mingyue asked the plastic surgeons to leave, leaving only herself to wait for Meng Wanxi to wake up. Alright, there's also a melon system. Host, you don't know how miserable Gu Changzhou has been recently manipulated by Qi Zheng. As a male lead, he was actually suppressed like that by the villains. Ha ha ha, I'm laughing to death. Is the play good? Cough cough, how can it be said that it's watching a play? I'm investigating the enemy's situation. However, the host here reminds the villain that Gu Changzhou seems to be holding back a big move. It's normal, it would be strange if he keeps being suppressed by Qi Zheng, after all, he is a person with a protagonist aura. As for Qi Zheng, if he can solve it on his own, it's best. If he can't, how can he always remember my importance without letting him suffer a bit? Isn't that right? I feel like the villain is quite good, and the host is willing to deal with it too. I didn't say I wanted to mess with him, I just didn't want to give him a chance to float. After all, I still hope the villain can suppress the scumbag male lead. Just as Meng Wanxi was arguing with the melon system in her mind, she finally woke up leisurely lying in bed. Congratulations on Nirvana, my Miss Chiyu. Qin Mingyue's eyebrows and eyes curved, revealing the most beautiful smile since arriving in this world. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 6. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 8. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 7. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 7. Don't worry, Zhou is just a Qi family. It can be said that there is no firewall in Z country that I have in mind. Shueishan casually leaned back in his chair. You'd better be careful, Qi Zheng is not as simple as you think. Put away your playful thoughts and don't get yourself involved. Gu Changzhou's voice came from Shueishan's phone. Zhou, Shueishan's voice was a bit aggrieved as he choked his throat. You've changed. You never used to train me like you did your subordinates. Upon hearing Shueishan's accusation against him, Gu Changzhou's face was filled with helplessness. He was a good brother, and he liked to make some misunderstood jokes, which caught people off guard every time. Gu Changzhou's tone just now couldn't be considered good. First, it was the disappearance of Meng Wanxi, and then it was the suppression of Qi Zheng. Gu Changzhou has not been so frustrated for a long time. However, Shueishan's return to China has indeed made Gu Changzhou much easier, so Gu Changzhou tried to restrain his tone and said, Shueishan, I know you have confidence in yourself, but the previous harmless harassment will only make Qi's dog jump over the wall. I know, they used to be too boring, but don't worry, after today, Qi sure will no longer have the strength to fight against you, Zhou. Shueishan sat in a chair, shaking his legs and said excitedly. Gu Changzhou replied, but for some reason, his heart was always a bit uneasy. Hanging up the phone, Shueishan opened the computer. It's time to give Qi a heavy blow. The green code jumped in front of Shueishan's eyes, just as he decided to invade the Qi family as usual and provoke them first. His computer unexpectedly went black. The next second, Shueishan's computer automatically displayed his location, and the other party even thoughtfully marked nearby police stations. Before Shueishan could react, the image above had changed again. Shueishan's photo appeared on the computer, and the iron railing fell down. A song called Tears from the Iron Window rang out leisurely. Shueishan. Seeing this situation, Shueishan not only did not feel alarmed but also became excited. Who gave him the support of Gu Changzhou? With Gu Changzhou's energy, even if Shueishan is sent to the station, he can be quickly rescued. Moreover, In recent days, Xue Shen has only been constantly harassing the Qi family and has not caused significant economic losses. Xue Shen is truly an internationally renowned hacker who restored his computer to normal in just a few seconds. However, he did not choose to continue attacking the Qi family, but instead started chatting with the other party. Who are you? I don't remember encountering hackers who are more powerful than me before. When did Qi also have a big shot in charge? How much money did he give you? I asked Gu Changzhou to give you double. It's okay if you don't want to come to Gu's, mainly to have a sparring with you. The Gua system looked at the string of language bombardments sent to it by Xue Shen, and then glanced at Qin Mingyue, who had carefully crafted the script for Meng Wanqi. It seems that the host is very busy now. If you disturb them recklessly, the host is likely to get angry. But Xue Shen has sent himself so many messages, doesn't it seem impolite not to reply? How would Qin Mingyue reply to Xue Shen? The Gua system carefully recalled Qin Mingyue's behavior style all along, analyzed the most likely reply that Qin Mingyue would choose with its small data brain, and politely sent 2 words to Xue Shen. Damn it. Xue Shen. Let's meet once. You can decide the place. I swear I won't cause trouble for Qi anymore. Looking at the message sent by Xue Shen, the Gua system hesitated. Is it related to the plot? It seems that the host has been reported Imperial Capital, Star C Cafe. When Qin Mingyue arrived, Xue Shen had already been waiting there early. I didn't expect that guy Xue Shen really came from City A to the capital. Xue Shen is not tall and has a cute baby face. He was originally a good young lady, but he had a cool and unconventional head of hair, and his mouth was not ordinary. Hello. Are you blind? There's someone here. Seeing Qin Mingyue sitting across from him, Xue Shen spoke up and said goodbye. The young man's mouth smells so bad. Aren't you afraid he can't find his girlfriend? Qin Mingyue didn't care about the other party's drive just now and sat down opposite Xue Shen. Are you a sick woman? It's been said that there are people here. Are your ears just a decoration? Xue Shen was very angry when he woke up. After the unknown tycoon agreed to meet him, Xue Shen rushed by plane overnight and was awakened by the alarm clock shortly after arriving at the hotel. Xue Shen, right. He insisted on meeting me just to show me how bad your mouth smells. Qin Mingyue refused the waiter's invitation while scolding Xue Shen. Qin Mingyue has no habit of drinking in front of people with a bad mouth. This Xue Shen is not a good person either. He is a guy who can trample on all laws and ethics as long as he can make himself feel smooth. Xue Shen is a genius, and the world of genius is lonely. In his view, there is only one person in this world who is his kind, and that is Gu Changzhou. Although Gu Changzhou and Qi Zheng belong to the same status, Qi Zheng's current position relies on ruthlessness, and Gu Changzhou's intelligence is indeed a factor. Because of this, Xue Shen was willing to play for Gu Changzhou willingly, as they were people of the same dimension. But all of this changed after Gu Changzhou met Meng Wanqi. That irrational person has become a guy who only knows how to use emotions and can abandon everything for the sake of a woman. In simple terms, he has been forcibly demoted by love. Can Xue Shen tolerate this? In order to make Gu Changzhou sober up, Xue Shen decided to personally send Meng Wanqi to hell. Xue Shen first dug up Meng Wanqi's thoroughly smeared, black materials, online, added fuel and vinegar, and then put them on the hot search lists of various websites. #shocking. Black material movie Queen Meng Wanqi has been released from prison ## who says the internet has no memory. Meng Wanqi pays for Gao Mumu's life ## Meng Wanqi, go die ## Meng Wanqi's posthumous photo #. The various entries that Xue Shen posted on the hot search couldn't be withdrawn, and for a moment, angry netizens flooded into various posts, news, and Weibo posts about Meng Wanqi, cursing her fiercely. Gu Changzhou couldn't identify the culprit and couldn't bring out tens of millions of netizens and punish them one by one. Therefore, he had to lock Gu Changzhou at home and cut off the internet. But can these stump Xueshen? Of course not. So Meng Wanshi quickly saw everything Xueshen wanted her to see. The words that made the female lead die were like a knife piercing into Meng Wanshi's heart, who was already suffering from depression. So Meng Wanshi began to commit suicide time and time again, but every time she was stopped by Gu Changzhou. At that time, Gu Changzhou had not yet realized that he loved the female lead in his heart, or rather, he realized it but did not want to admit it. Watching Meng Wanshi search for life and death, Gu Changzhou's heart became increasingly restless. I've done this to you, what else do you want? So let's just ignore Meng Wanshi with anger. Later on, Xueshen seized the opportunity and colluded with the villains to kidnap Meng Wanshi. As for later, it's just a happy ending, but the outcome of Xueshen is unknown. But that was before, now. Since Qin Mingyue has arrived, Xueshen has naturally been arranged clearly. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 8. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9 Wake Up, Movie Queen, 8. After listening to Qin Mingyue's words, Xueshen finally realized that the woman in front of him was the big shot he had always wanted to see, but, are you an invincible Tyrannosaurus Rex warrior? Before meeting Qin Mingyue, Xueshen had fantasized about her appearance several times, but he never expected her to be a woman. Still, a woman named Invincible Tyrannosaurus Warrior. Upon hearing the name, Qin Mingyue's mouth twitched slightly, but she gritted her teeth and admitted, yes. Host, you have no aesthetics. You actually despise the internet name that is both majestic and elegant, domineering and noble. Sensing Qin Mingyue's disdain, Gua System expressed indignation. That's right, the Invincible Tyrannosaurus Rex warrior is actually a melon system. Meng Wanshi was taken away by Qin Mingyue that night, and Gu Changzhou would naturally spare no effort to find Qin Mingyue. Therefore, Qin Mingyue's previous social media account cannot be used anymore, and it will definitely be found by the other party within minutes. But at that time, Xueshen kept pestering the Gua system. Behind the scenes, Qin Mingyue wanted a social account, and Qin Mingyue had no choice but to let the Gua system temporarily create one. As a result, if you refuse to spar with me, why don't you take me as your disciple? Xueshen didn't notice the subtle abnormality on Qin Mingyue's face from beginning to end. At this moment, he was like a child who had received a novel toy, with excitement on his face. Undoubtedly, he is a master who is more powerful than me. Even in terms of choosing a username, he is so surprising. At this point, Qin Mingyue had reached a point in Xueshen's mind where it was impossible to speculate with common sense, which also strengthened Xueshen's determination to compete with the other party. It doesn't matter if you don't want to have a formal sparring with me now, then become a master apprentice first. There will always be opportunities in the future. Xueshen's imagination is beautiful, but I refuse. At this moment, Qin Mingyue had already suppressed the slight abnormality on her face and smiled as she refused. No matter what the situation is, Qin Mingyue's face is mostly smiling, but the meaning is different. At this time, Qin Mingyue is more like an old fox. Why? Xueshen doesn't understand. From childhood to adulthood, how many people want to take him as their disciple? But the woman in front of her refused. What can this be for? Why? It seems as if you are very rare. Why don't we talk about something more interesting? Master is here, please accept my disciple's bow. Before Qin Mingyue could finish speaking, Xueshen suddenly stood up and bowed, interrupting him. I think the most interesting thing now is to become Master's disciple. As mentioned earlier, Xueshen is a lonely genius, so he particularly enjoys challenging and stimulating things. In other words, it's like being too idle to panic and liking to look for trouble and confront others around. When hackers are looking for fun, invading the systems of major companies is looking for fun, and agreeing to Gu Changzhou to find trouble with the Qi family is the same. A person weighing 100 pounds, a person weighing 99 pounds with a backbones. The more Qin Mingyue refused, the deeper his obsession with being Qin Mingyue's disciple grew. Qin Mingyue also came to see Xueshen on a whim and in a low-key manner, so she did not make any gesture of booking a venue. Xueshen's bowing attracted the attention of the entire CAFA. "You're crazy." As Qin Mingyue looked at Xueshen, who was deeply in awe of her, she felt her blood rush straight into her brain, burning her throat with an unnamed fire, making her mouth dry and her smile stiff on her face. Suddenly feeling a little regretful. "I didn't have anything to drink just now, ha ha ha." At this point, the melon system had already laughed so much that the code trembled. The host was not always strategizing, and she had also failed, but she never remained speechless like this time. "That host, don't you also admit that he's a genius? It's normal for a genius's brain circuit to be different from that of an ordinary person, right?" The melon system realized that its mockery would make the cautious host prepare how many pairs of small shoes for it, so it carefully searched for them. Qin Mingyue is someone who has experienced great storms and waves, and her rationality still remains. "Be my disciple. Even if you want to be enemies with Gu Changzhou." Qin Mingyue is trying to figure out whether this lunatic is using it as a support for this boring world. In fact, Qin Mingyue was more inclined towards the second type in her heart. Otherwise, Xueshen would not have gone crazy and wanted to kill Meng Wanqi after Gu Changzhou exposed her romantic brain attributes. "It seems that what Master is going to do is more interesting than I imagined." Xueshen raised his head and his expression became even more excited. Xueshen's master's call was natural, completely unaware that he had deviated from the original intention of coming here. "But even if you realize it, what happens? Isn't this more interesting? It seems that this is indeed a madman playing in the world, so it will be easy to handle." Qin Mingyue curled her lips. "Host, don't forget tomorrow night's dinner." Leaving the Star Sea Cafe, the melon system promptly reminded. "It seems that Qi Zheng's work efficiency is quite good. Suddenly, there was an additional good disciple. It seems like we need to make a new plan." As for Xueshen, he returned to City A. Xueshen, who recognized Qin Mingyue as his master, naturally couldn't trouble the Qi family anymore. However, he had an additional task. To stay by Gu Changzhou's side as an undercover agent. As for what exactly to do, I didn't say. Xueshen is an alternative antisocial personality with no ethical or moral values. The host should be careful and not play around. The melon system is worried, whether Xueshen is sincere or insincere. If Xueshen truly wanted to help Qin Mingyue overthrow Gu Changzhou, would the person who betrayed Gu Changzhou so easily be forced to take over the host instead? If not, then it's like telling Gu Changzhou clearly. "Does anyone want to kill him? What are you afraid of?" Qin Mingyue saw the worries of the melon system at a glance. "Xueshen was not from our side from the beginning, and I never intended to keep such a person by my side. Since that's the case, even if he comes back to Gu Changzhou's side, then, what will happen? And I never cared about showing off my cards to Gu Changzhou. According to the principle of attraction between male and female leads, even if Meng Wanqi changed her face to something unrelated to the present, Gu Changzhou would recognize her through various coincidences, let alone her face only moved 3 points. And Gu Changzhou knew that I took Meng Wanqi away that night. As the agent of Qiyu, I will always appear in the public eye in the future. I believe that even if Meng Wanqi's new identity is perfect, Gu Changzhou will recognize her. I have never been afraid of Gu Changzhou. After all, with your ability as a melon child, you are invincible in the modern world without being bound by the main divine system. I'm just afraid things will become boring." The melon system has been silent, but in a sense, Qin Mingyue is not another Xueshen. The only difference is probably that Qin Mingyue still has ethical and moral values, and still adheres to her own values. Even Miao Miao said that she was trapped in a cocoon, even though she had crazy blood in her bones. Why was she bound by those so-called moral constraints? Why feel pity for the characters in those books, even though you already have the opportunity to play with others casually? Before graduating, Qin Mingyue did not have the title of undefeated goddess. At that time, she had failed countless missions because she adhered to her own bottom line. But Miao Miao, a person who sneers at kindness and morality, and a person who used to enjoy playing with tasks in books, ended up. It can only be said that Qin Mingyue and Miao Miao influence each other. The melon system sighed in its heart. What's going on? Why is my data brain starting to like to daydream? End of this chapter. Chapter 10. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 9. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. Wake Up, Movie Queen, 9. The banquet prepared for Meng Wanshi was held as scheduled, and on this day, many big shots in the entertainment industry also arrived as scheduled. There's no way, Qi Zheng's position in the entertainment industry is really too high. Not to mention the influence of Qi Zheng's Qixing Entertainment in the entertainment industry, Qi Zheng himself is the golden father of many well-known directors. Who dares not to invite him? Apart from some influential figures from the imperial capital, half of the entertainment industry also attended this banquet. Anyone with discerning eyes can tell that this Qi family heiress, who has never appeared in front of the public, is rushing into the entertainment industry. I believe that after tonight, there will be overwhelming news reports about Qi's daughter entering the entertainment industry. This banquet is not only to pave the way for Qi's daughter and make her familiar with the entertainment industry in advance, but also to warn some less discerning media not to try to trouble Qi's daughter. As today's invitees arrived one after another, the banquet finally got to the point. Qi's daughter, dressed in a luxurious and neutral dress, slowly descended from upstairs. Although the guests had already made full guesses about this mysterious daughter, they were still stunned by her appearance. There is no other reason, this wealthy woman is like that person. The taboo that cannot be mentioned in the entertainment industry. People who truly amaze time will not be easily forgotten. Even if Meng Yingho committed the heinous crime of hiring murderers, in the beginning, even if she offends Gu Changzhou, who can make the entire entertainment industry tremble with just a stomp of her foot, even though she has disappeared from the entire internet for a full 5 years, everyone still remembers her appearance deeply, remembering the most beautiful actress Meng Wanshi. They detest her malice deeply, but cannot deny her beauty and strength. Looking at the familiar and unfamiliar figures downstairs, Meng Wanshi closed her eyes and took a deep breath. When she looked up, she had already replaced herself with confidence and arrogance, much like the former Meng Yingho. Meng Wanshi has always been a qualified actress, even though her acting career has been blank for 5 years, and even though she has been broken with pride, she still knows how to portray her original self well. Of course, it's just a performance. Qin Mingyue, who was following Meng Wanshi, didn't know her current state. But she also knew that such a thing could not be accomplished overnight. All Qin Mingyue could do was give Meng Wanshi enough time and experience. Meng Wanshi, after all, is the former miss of the Meng family. She knows how to handle such occasions with dignity and elegance. However, besides many imperial tycoons, most of the guests present were actors or directors that Meng Wanshi had worked with before. Now that Meng Wanshi meets these people who have had the shallowest nodding acquaintance again in a different identity, her heart is inevitably filled with bitterness. Qi Zheng appeared later, and although the guests present were all trying to save face for him, the protagonist today was actually Meng Wanshi, so he chose to arrive late for fear of stealing Meng Wanshi's attention. The enthusiasm of major media reporters reached its peak at the moment Qi Zheng appeared. Qi Zheng naturally knew what they wanted to film, so he walked up to Meng Wanshi with a smile on his face and said, "You are welcome home." "Thank you, brother." Meng Wanshi also met a small person, then took Qi Zheng's arm and walked towards the center of the banquet together, just as they had rehearsed before. And Qin Mingyue walked on the other side of Meng Wanshi, one person away from the other, following behind, playing the role of a manager. After Qi Zheng officially announced the return of Qi's daughter, the shutter was pressed, and the group photo of the three appeared on the front pages of major newspapers. As expected, this photo appeared on Gu Changzhou's desk that night. A teacup fell to the ground by Gu Changzhou, shattering to pieces. Tonight, Gu Changzhou is destined to suffer from insomnia. That woman is Meng Wanqi, the transformed Meng Wanqi. If we only look at this face, Gu Changzhou may still hesitate a bit. After all, there are not many people in the world who look like him, but Qin Mingyue standing behind Meng Wanqi seems to mock him naked. Damn it, I used to only think of this woman as a gold digger who could only bully the weak and fear the hard, pretending to be noble, but I didn't expect to take a wrong look at her. So, was this woman the chess piece set by Qi Jing around her from the beginning? So Qi Jing brought Meng Wanqi, that malicious woman, to his side and gave her the identity of a biological younger sister, just to provoke me. Very good, Gu Changzhou's mouth curved into a seductive smile. Meng Wanqi, Qi Jing, and Qin Mingyue, you three have successfully caught my attention. That night, Meng Wanqi fell asleep after the banquet. She knew what kind of uproar her appearance would cause on the internet tonight, but Meng Wanqi didn't dare to watch. She knew the bad reputation behind Meng Ying, and how much good reputation would she have if she debuted with such a face. So, Meng Wanqi forced herself to go to bed early and even took sleeping pills. Meng Wanqi fell asleep. Qin Mingyue didn't know, she was reading the entry about Qi Yu on her scarf. As Meng Wanqi was worried, there are indeed many negative comments below the news of Miss Qi's return. Comment. I'll go, why does this Miss Qi look so much like that person? When will Miss Shinqing be released from prison? Comment. Why mention her? I also bought Ferocious People for Love. I hope she won't come out in her life. It's really unlucky for me to love such people. Comment. Stop talking, Cece is going to step on the sewing machine tomorrow morning. Dog head, comment. That's not right from upstairs. It's possible that our family, Cece, is also making umbrellas. Dog head, comment. Will Qi Yu not bow down like Meng Yingho? Nausea, comment. She is the young lady of a wealthy family. Even if she really did something, she would definitely be fine. I bet if it weren't for the fact that Meng Yingho killed someone who couldn't afford it, she would probably still be at large now. Those attacking remarks were like sharp arrows that glared at the eyes. Meng Wanqi was right not to look at them. Her heart was still too fragile now, and facing them now, she was afraid to feel as depressed as in the original work. The Virgo script belonging to Qi Yu has been finalized. Starting from tomorrow, let's focus on filming with Meng Wanqi. After all, those online abusers won't look at your identity and background. Wearing masks, they can find countless reasons to strike a verbal sword into the victim's heart. Of course, having black fans before officially debuting is indeed a headache, but Meng Wanqi also has a lot of makeup, comment. No, those who attack others because they look like them are a bit excessive. Do you think you are very humorous? Are you really looking down? Silent, comment. Support upstairs, let alone I don't think Qi Yu is like that one at all. Is it okay to love the cool and handsome little sister's appearance? Rose, comment. It's just that, I don't know if my sister likes girls or not. If she doesn't, I can also change sex for love, Groundhog screams, comment. Haha, don't say anything anymore, suck and suck, sister, take a look at me. Sister, I can. Lick, Meng Wanqi has a lot of fans, with female fans accounting for 9 out of 10. Nowadays, the entry about Qi Yu has become a hot topic on various websites, and it has become so popular even before officially debuting. Looking at the entire entertainment industry, there may not be a second person. Just as Qin Mingyue was about to turn off her computer, a message popped up from Shueshen. Gu Changzhou is going to trouble your big star. Qin Mingyue sneered and mocked Gu Changzhou, who couldn't hold his breath. Her fingers bounced a few times on the keyboard, and she only replied with the words, little undercover. Oh. Oh. Watching the news of Qin Mingyue's return, Shueishan choked on his saliva. I've even figured out how to deal with Gu Changzhou, can you just give me a, oh. Do I want face? No, I must find an opportunity to prove my strength. Wait, isn't that just right? Evidence to prove Meng Wanqi's innocence. In fact, when Gao Mumu had an accident, Shueishan realized that Meng Wanqi might have been wronged, but he did not speak out to remind Gu Changzhou. Because he found that no matter what happened, as long as it was related to Meng Wanqi, Gu Changzhou became somewhat strange. This abnormality made Shueishan anxious. He didn't like Gu Changzhou like that, so he wished Meng Wanqi would die in prison. But now Shueishan is not interested in Gu Changzhou anymore, because he has discovered a new species. Let's treat the evidence that proves Meng Wanqi's innocence as a gift to the same species. End of this chapter.